Hey everyone, this is Jeffco 21st Century Virtual Academy News, and I'm Gracie Baker. For starters, Jeffco full-time students from 7th to 10th grade, please do your QDB test for language arts and math by November 16th. 8th graders, you need to do the science test as well. Also, please have your parents fill out the welcoming survey. We need this to get feedback from family about how we're doing as a school. Juniors and seniors, there are tons of scholarships waiting for you under the college's tab in Naviance. Please feel free to take advantage of these. Tabby Smith and Ashley Nestler were recently inducted into National Honor Society. Congratulations, girls. This will be all of this week's news. Stay tuned for more next week.
Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Ledford. I'm one of the social studies teachers here with the Virtual Academy, and I was so thrilled when Mr. Self asked me if I would be the one to answer the 5 questions this week for the digital news. First, my apologies that I sound so awful. I promise you I don't normally sound like this, and for those of you that had me in my live sessions this week, I'm not any better than I was on Monday. At least I don't sound like it. Also, my daughter is supposed to be taking a nap right now, but you might hear her in the background because I can see, I can hear her jumping around in her crib. So I do not have as exciting of a background as Mr. Macy did with his cute baby on his back as he was hiking. Unfortunately, you get me in my living room, but I do have an awesome sheep. So that's what I have. Alrighty, so my questions, the questions that were asked of me this week. Question number 1, who was your hero growing up and why? This one was kind of tough. My first response was easily my sister, my oldest, or well, one of my sisters. I have 3 older sisters, but the one that is right above me in age, she is still one of my best friends today, and I followed her around like a puppy when I was little. I wanted to wear the same clothes as she did. I wanted to do my hair the same way she did. If she wanted to play softball, so did I. If she was in dance class, that's what I wanted to do. So she was really the person that I considered my hero when I was little. But as I've gotten older, it's been more and more obvious to me that really my parents were by far the most incredible role models in my life, and people that I model my life after, and I can only hope to be as good of a parent to my daughter as they were to me. So something that I have learned with age and have thanked my parents repeatedly for being so wonderful to me growing up. Question number 2, what do you want the most for your children and why? Right now my daughter is 19 months old, so it is kind of hard to think that far in advance, but most definitely do. But the biggest thing is I want her to be happy and healthy. I support anything that she'll do as long as she is true to herself and does what makes her happy. I think the best advice I ever got was from my grandpa, who said, whatever career you choose, you have to be happy. So I agree 100%, and I would only hope the same for my daughter. What are my plans for this weekend? Question number 3. Actually, the sister that I talked about in number 1, she lives in Manhattan, and she's had a rough last couple of weeks with the storm out east. She didn't have power in her apartment, and her work is still under construction, as they had 5 feet of standing water in her offices, and their hard drives were basically floating around during the height of the hurricane. So she had a couple of days off of work while they are pretty much gutting her offices, and she's flying home. So I will be spending pretty much the entire weekend with my sister. We plan on doing some shopping, but we are big football fans, so we'll probably be watching college football for sure on Saturday. So hanging out with the families is a wonderful thing. Next question, what made you want to be a teacher? I was the little kid who played school when I was little. I enjoyed the little chalkboard that I had in my basement. I have vivid memories of demanding to be the teacher when my friends and I played, and I would make them sit down. And I would write things over and over again on the chalkboard and then have them write it on a piece of paper. If they weren't there, I put my stuffed animals down and I taught my stuffed animals. I'm not sure how effective I was when I was all of 5, 6, 7 years old, but really though, I think that I come from a family of teachers, and I truly believe that good teachers can help shape the lives of students, and I enjoy every day of what I do. And I can only hope to be as good as some of the teachers that I have had. There's too many to count that made an impact in my life. And the last question, what do you want most for the students in your classes? First and foremost, I would say to pass. That's like the biggest goal that we have as teachers, is we want all of our kids to be successful in our courses. But more than that, as individuals, I only hope that my students find what they are passionate about in life. Some people know from a very early age that they are passionate about music or art, or any specific sport that they may have. They may find that passion early on. Other people, they don't make that discovery until they're older, and well into their adulthood. So I just hope that my students continue to try everything with an open mind, experience everything that you possibly can. Know that your education doesn't stop after high school or college, and that you become a learner for the rest of your life. So find what you love and stick with it, and be open to try new things. So while I have the stage here, those were my 5 questions. Thank you, Mr. Self, for sending those along. But while I have everyone here and have your attention, I want to give a little bit of a shout out to the National Honor Society inductees from last night. So Tabby Smith, Ashley Nestler, and Jordan Casey, congratulations, ladies. Great job. I think it's awesome that you guys are our first class of NHS students with the Virtual Academy. So have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you for including me this week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Mr. Self. I'm your tech nerd here at the Virtual Academy. I've been hearing that a lot of people have been having some problems with Schoology, and when I've been helping people out with issues with the Dropbox or with quizzes or whatever, I've noticed that there's one little fix that seems to be helping a lot of people. I'm not going to guarantee anything. Nothing's 100%, but if you try this little thing, it might help you out if you're having any issues. And even if you're not having any issues, it's usually a good thing to do sometimes too. What we're going to do is we're going to clear out our Java cache. And I've got a PC up and running here. If you've got a Mac, you can do that too. I'd suggest just looking online. It's not that hard to do, but most of you guys are running PCs. Hey, that's why I'm using the PC here to show off how to do this thing. Again, if you're using a Mac, yeah, you can send me an email. You can look online. I'm sure you're a sharp kid if you're using a Mac. I mean, hey, Macs are cool like that. You can probably figure it out. But anyway, it's going to be something along these lines regardless. But for you PC users, I've got a Windows 7 machine up and running here. I want you guys to click on the little window doodad down here, go to your control panel, and then you're going to click on Java. If you don't see Java pop up right away, you can also just search up here, J21VA. Oh, hey, dude, there it is. So click on Java. What that's going to do is open a new window. You guys are going to come down to where it says temporary internet files. You're going to click on settings, and you're going to go down to the bottom where it says delete files. What we're doing is called clearing out the cache. We're just pretty much deleting all of like the saved applets and files and things that come along with Java. Every time you visit a site or use Java, it kind of saves some cookies in there. And if you check all of these boxes, make sure they're all checked, hit OK, and then hit OK again, that should clear all of that stuff out. And it might just help if you're having any issues with Schoology. Schoology is very Java centric. It needs Java for a lot of things. So if you have any Java problems, then Schoology is going to have some problems. And so by clearing that out, you can usually help that along. Schoology will work a little bit better. Might solve some collaborate problems if you're having those too. But anyway, give it a try. See what you think. It might help you out.